Kia ora and welcome to my beginner route demonstration. There's going to be a few differences on this route. We're not going to be doing really any of the super advanced skips, and we'll generally just be taking a lot of strategies a lot more conservatively. The aim of this video is just to give you a demonstration route slash pace that you can try and work towards. You won't be able to beat this for quite some time. I imagine that many of you will get that ledge grab there as well. I think I'll even avoid doing cutscene bites as well. But essentially, what the goal of this is just so that you can watch this video at like 0.5 times speed and play alongside it, so that you have something to reference the route on. And cutscene here. Alright, and I'm just going to bite straight for the spy eggs. You only lose 2 or 3 seconds by doing that, compared to doing the spy egg skip. So it's a fairly low value one. Really important that you don't get in the mindset of resetting too aggressively, especially while you're learning. So just try and go for low resets while you're getting used to the game. My rule of thumb is if your sum of best says that you can PB, keep the run going. Best possible time. Very important piece of information to have on your splits. Also, I'm currently using RTA time, real-time attack, instead of using loadless time. I'm not going to be doing 2-up skip here. That's something that you should add in at around a 35-minute pace. But yeah, no loadless time here, just simply because that has not been verified as of the time of it being recorded. As of the time of this being recorded. We may also make some changes to how the loadless time works exactly. So, for now, just RTA. I expect the ending time for this run will be somewhere around like 32-33 minutes. Could be a high 33 even, because there's a lot of major skips I won't be doing. Point of this though is it lets you see all of the lines and everything that I would recommend that someone trying the game for the first time should be doing. Oopsie. I'm sure that'll happen for many of you. The way to get around that is jumping. Wrong way. Alright, so around that like 3:48 kind of mark there is what I was going for. So 3:50 to 4 minutes, that's kind of what you should be looking for on your first attempt. Well, sorry, not on your first attempt. That's what you should be looking for with this route. Of course, that wasn't super clean for me. It's possible to get that down towards like 3:40. Maybe even lower when you start to add in more advanced things. I would recommend that you just avoid doing the little jump skip there for your first run. And then we're going to be going into the corner here. Instead of doing land shark only saves like 1 or 2 seconds. Only add that when you're literally going for world record, it's pain. Okay, so swimming into that corner, and there we go. Alright, now you have two options here. You can either go up around there, or you can try this. What I'll do is I'll do one here to show what it would look like. And then the option is that you go around that little area and jump up there. Something like that. Because the extended glide can be a little bit tight to get on there sometimes. Fish scared me there. There we go. Just making sure that I do have all my seahorses there. What I'm doing is I'm using my mouse to turn out to the side here slightly. Only works while you're in the air. If you're confused about where to go, just stick by the outside level. Bit of a late split there, around 4:45, something like that. Sorry, 8:45 from my RTA time in total. I took off there. Okay, so this is for the very beginner method. I would still recommend that you try and take your dive over this way, but I will intentionally fail the waterfall. Okay, so failed the waterfall, so I'm just going to take this. And then we're going to head into the cave. And then this is what I'm going to recommend here. Dude, that guy chasing. He chasing. Okay, so the bats are now moving along. Then we get the thunder egg there. Okay. And now you can either head down that waterfall, or if you're feeling confident, you can come to the left of these rocks here, get a ground swim, and then come over to this nice big crack here, and then swim up it, and then hook a little bit into the left. If you hit the invisible wall up there, that means that you're too far left. Do be careful going too far to the right though, because you can fall in the void. That skip should be a lot easier than mill skip though. So that's one of the first somewhat difficult ones, I would say, that I'm including. Oopsie. You didn't see that. There we go. And exit level. That is hub 1 done. Well, we still have ball. Around 11:30 RTA. And what I would recommend for new runners is literally just stand in front of the pillar. Because you shouldn't be running on hardcore for your first runs. So just literally stand in front of the pillar. The thing is, if you mess up any of the pillars, you lose like 15, 20 seconds, something like that. So I would actually just prefer that you stand in front of it. This way there is basically no room for error, and you'll only lose like 7 or 8 seconds off perfect. I think I might have unmuted to cough there. Make sure that you're standing like walked in directly as close to the pillar as you can. That way the rocks break on the pillar, and then the ball can still get you. It looks like they can. Looks like the rocks can still hit you somewhat, but yeah. Just stand directly in front of the pillar and you should be good. You can try and dodge the rocks a little bit if you like. Alright, we're going to skip Mission Impossible. It's only 5 seconds, and it would be something that you would need to main menu to recover from, so we'll skip it. Okay, and we're just going to go snow so that we don't need to move our splits around later. Okay. not too big a deal if you get a ledge grab here. Alright, and then for Yabby, instead of putting Yabby against the wall, I'm just going to push Yabby the whole way in. This is one of the ones that you can swap around quite early. You can probably save like a good 5 or 10 seconds by doing it with the aggro method instead of like this. Sometimes those rocks, man. No lawn swim, we can dream. Okay, so standard boomerang. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. I didn't really explain that too much in the tutorial, but there's quite a few techniques around actually getting around the icicles. One thing I should have mentioned. Oh well. However, you can do that one very simply like that. Ironically, I broke the basket in the tutorial as well. Ooh, that was a little sketch. Okay. So here, we're making sure that we hit that dunny. And basically, you have the option of going for mill skip or going for the TA. So this is the first one that I would say for you to properly make a decision on. Okay, I'm going to show the TA here, just so that it's easier for you guys to keep up. But this is totally one that you can skip on. Doing mill skip will save like a good 1.5 minutes here. At least. Assuming you get it first try. Even like a minute 40, minute 50. But the thing is, when you fall down the mountain, it loses a lot of time. Even doing death warps and stuff. So, if this is like you're trying to get a run done on your first session ever touching the game, do this time attack. However, the moment that you've got a chance to, I highly do recommend learning mill skip. This time attack is a lot simpler to do than the outback one because like you're not needing to rely on outback movement so much. The outback one is faster though. However, if you're not doing outback movement, then it's about the same. So this is kind of making the assumption of no/minimal outback movement. There we go. That was weird. And that is no worries. Alright, now we're going to go into outback, and I'll actually do it without any outback movement. So we talk to Shazza first, and then we turn around and we go into water towers. I've tested this out a fair bit, but charging absolutely everywhere doesn't really seem to make any meaningful difference. Because there's a slowdown period after every charge. Also, RTA time was around 21 flat for snow race there. You can get this bilby when you're not doing outback movement. However, generally I would prefer to be in the habit of getting it during emus. There is still contention about whether that's faster or not though. Alright, now into emus. Oops. Alright, and emu. No grass emu there. Good turn. Off angle. Okay, cool. He didn't bite too long. Also, one thing to mention, I didn't mention this in the tutorial, but if the emu breaks the lasso while it's like walking back up against a wall or against one of the pillars, it can soft lock you, so you may need to main menu in that circumstance. So just be careful when your emu is fighting you and you're right up against a wall. Hopefully I got my bilby during emus. I think I did. Let me just double check. Yeah, I did. So here I'm just pushing Shazza. I'm not going to get anywhere near as much value as I would without back movement, but I'm still getting value. And once /if Shazza takes a bit of damage, that's kind of when I can... Well, that's when I should potentially focus on keeping her alive. But only taking one bit of damage through that section, it's all good. Still getting a decent push, to be honest. Alright, and then I'll come off to the side here for my thunder egg, from my bilbies. Oh, I didn't think that I hooked it properly. Alright, and just pushing Shazza around the corner there. I guess she wanted to go left to the boxes. Fun little camera of Ty staring right back. Actually, I'll go for the really easy one. So just going all the way around here. Keep in mind that there's 2 earlier spots that you can jump up there. Okay, and I'm not going to do any crazy angle abuse or anything like that. It's funny, I actually find these strats harder. That's kind of what I would recommend there. Make sure to shoot behind you. Because as you get faster, shooting behind you becomes more important. Do that shot by the opal. Oh, great job. Okay, now for first time runners, I'm going to recommend that you wait next to Rex here until you get the Thunder Egg. Simply put, if you do this too slowly, you can get soft locked. Probably another thing that I should have mentioned in the tutorial. Two things I forgot. More details on icicles and also more details on the diving minigame. But yeah, just wait there next to Rex until you get the Thunder Egg. So right now, this is looking like a 35-minute run. However, it's missing a lot of skips. There we go. There we go. That is Hub 2 complete. Keep in mind that 35 minutes, just subtract 2 minutes for the Snow Warriors time attack almost, and you're already looking at like 33 minutes with this route. Ooh. That was a bit funky. Alright, now for gate skip, we're going to take it pretty simple. We're going to go for that light position there. There we go. Then we're going to take it nice and slow. Now keep in mind, if this is your first run, totally do not feel bad about using cheats. You just can't submit to the leaderboard if you use cheats though. But for your first run, that's all good. Make sure that you record it though. because recording your first run is always fun. So that is gate skip. This is probably what I would recommend for beginners, or doing that other ground swimming method that I showed in the tutorial, whichever you find more success with. But this is probably what I would recommend for beginners.
This is it.
That one takes about a minute, or around a minute-ish. Alright, bomb skip. This is totally an easy one. And then here, I'm going to stay left with these rivets and stuff here. And then I'm going to scope like that, and then walk back. Now shadow is spinning, so I'm good. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for Shadow to scream. And then once Shadow crosses that pipe, I'll run. And I can see Shadow spinning there. I'm just killing these enemies for fun. Also, if you're on hardcore, it's good to get in the habit of grabbing extra health there. Then stand on the closer part of the vent. And then when Shadow screams or crosses over that area there, you can shoot. There we go. Swap to the Frosty ranks. Skip your cutscenes. Got a little bit caught there, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Forgot to split earlier. Oopsie. So if you get down to 1 HP, I would actually recommend dying here. But on 2 HP, you can probably risk it. The reason I recommend dying is because new players are more likely than not going to take a death while trying to destroy these wires. Okay, and then simply just go for the Doom Ring section. So it looks like it's going to be about a 36-30. So that means that this route is probably capable of like a... So 36-30... yeah, this route is probably capable of like a 36-minute time, that kind of thing. Like, probably even like 35-30. I made quite a bit of mistakes on this. And then if you remove 1.5 minutes for mill skip as well, then suddenly you're looking down at like 34 minutes flat with this route, if you add mill skip only. There's a lot more skips and everything like that that can be added, but 34 minutes already gets you into the top 10 currently, I believe. However, that's probably going to change in the future. But 34 minutes, that is totally enough for you to work on for quite a while with this route. And then I would recommend kind of the first things that you transition into is adding in 2-up skip after you've added in mill skip. And remove the snow tier. And then just a whole bunch of other little minor time saves here and there. And then kind of once you start to get around that 35-34 minute mark, that's when I would add Doom skip. There's another minute. So in terms of like where this route can actually get with like a few of the extra like token skips or whatever, you can easily get what do you call it? So 35 minutes, and then subtract like another 1.5 to 2 minutes for other moderate skips. So you're looking at like a 32-minute time with just like a few of the extra skips and stuff like that. And then the rest is all just like little optimizations here and there. I also took walk very, very simply as well. So yeah, that should be perfectly attainable with that route there. I imagine like anything between 40 minutes and 55 minutes is kind of like what you should be doing this route with or whatever. Anything between those kind of two times there. Even 45 minutes you can start to add in quite a bit more than what is in this. So yeah, that is the Tasmanian Tiger beginner route. Hope you enjoyed and have fun running the game. The intermediate route is probably just going to be a link to a former world record of mine that shows quite a few more advanced strategies on top of this, but doesn't go into all of the single rang shenanigans and spire swim and all of that. So yeah. Alright. Best of luck, and if anyone watching or whatever is wanting any coaching, jump into the Ty the Tasmanian Tiger speedrunning Discord. I or others are probably keen to help coach you in this game and get you running at a higher level. And we'd love to get to know you guys. So that's all I got to say. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial and hope you enjoyed this demonstration. I am out.